Hello everybody, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And before jumping into the chart, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe as well. And let's do it. So this is going to be a different video. It's something very interesting. Let me show you here. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Just a second. So I'm not going to talk about the last activity, our current price behavior. I'm going to make a different video for that. But what we are going to look here right now, it's much more important. Okay, I made a post about this on Twitter, but yeah, people doesn't look to care about it. Maybe because they don't understand, I don't know. Oh, actually, is not here, but we will go back to it. So the thing here is, folks, here we are measuring XRP volatility. And the thing is, this is nothing special, okay? So it's not only about XRP. This is about it. This happens in all the markets, in all the assets, day and night, non-stop. Okay, so this is nothing new also in market history or behavior. So just for you guys to have an idea, I'm going to highlight all the ranges. Just a moment, please. Okay, so as you guys can see here in the lower section, this is the tool that measures volatility. Okay, and as you guys can see, we talked many times about this scenario here. And I already explained it to you that this is a bullish pattern that broke bullish. So there is nothing new or fantastic about it. People who are familiar with technical analysis back in the day traded this scenario and they made a lot of money. They didn't have to hold for a long time. But this is another for another topic maybe. So as you guys can see, after each single blow, the volatility starts to decrease. This is natural in market behavior, also people behavior. So this is nothing new at all. Okay, despite whatever the moon folks are saying out there. And so here we had a divergence right here. So you guys can see from time to time the volatility starts to decrease till the bull break or bear break point. And how we understand it? It is not possible to nail, for example, by the day. Okay, especially because here we are looking at the weekly chart. We could do this on the daily, yes, we could, but still there is this kind of behavior we use. We have a specific strategy, which is a trading setup to trade these scenarios. Okay, so we have a different approach to trade these patterns and scenarios and etc. So now let's highlight the previous one and the all-time high. Okay, so first we are going for the time high, all-time high. Just a second. Just a moment. Okay, so here we are going to use the green. And for the top of volatility, we are going to use the black, okay, following the same methodology. And also let's go for the bottom that we have. We talked about this back in the day. If this was the bottom, we hope so, but so far we still don't have technical evidence, okay? If you guys remember, the rule is a new high and a new higher low. That's the rule for a bottom reversal. Okay. So let's measure. Let's take a look here. So from the first one, you guys can see how we start to decrease the volatility. And this is very normal. If we take a look on the stocks back in the .com, it was the same thing. a little bit, a little more aggressive, but the same thing, the same behavior, nothing new in history. But we have an interesting thing here. Let's use only this one for now. So there is another bar here. Just a second, please. Yes. And there is an interesting thing that I highlighted back in the day. This is not like a prophecy or something like this, because people draw things and say this is it, it's moon, we are going. No, no, you guys know my approach. So just a second, let me show you. Okay, so from the previous peak to the lowest point of activity, we had like 1176 days. Okay, so this is a fact. Okay, now let's do the same thing for this scenario right here, and let's take a look on both. Okay, for the peak on volatility and for the all-time high, just for the sake of this example. Okay, just a moment, right here. Oh, it's 176. Yes, right here. And now let's go for the columns, the bars, I mean. Okay, so some of you may be perplexed right now, like maybe impressed. And when I shared this, we were right here on the lowest point, which was a few days ago. Some of you saw on my Twitter feed. And if I'm not wrong, I didn't use it any hash. Okay, it was like for only for people who follow me. So the numbers are very significant. Okay, those of you who saw the post, you notice that I didn't said this is it, we are going moon and etc. No, I didn't use this approach. I never use it. But the number, I highlighted the bars ahead. Okay, actually I have the chart right here. Let me show you. Right here. So can you guys see it? I made this post, it was July 24, which was 7 days ago. I think so, yes, 780 days ago. Okay, so lowest point of activity for this range right here, which was similar with this one here, but as you guys can see, it was also a lowest point of activity right here. The difference for this one, we had a top, but the market was not ready yet. Reason, we fell to a lower point again before the bull break. And so why this scenario matters? Because some of you and other people as well we use this to call for moon. Okay, you guys know the drill. So the thing about this leg here, I'm going to show you what is about this. So in other words, how this can end up. Okay, so just a second. So let's measure the high here, and let's measure the low as well. So this spike here doesn't mean we are going straight up like we did back in 2017, which would be something like this. Just a second. Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be. Do we have any technical evidence? No, we still don't have. When we are going to have this technical evidence? Let's take a look right now. So, a bull break in activity from these two levels here are going to be our best clue. And then we are going to need another one for this level here as well. Okay, once we took these three ranges, the line will be parabolic already. That's when the bull run will be started already. Okay, because we are not trying to nail it, but understand the behavior of the time measure and the price correlation for this scenario right here. So it is possible. The scenario B, you guys know, I am always looking for other scenarios or multiple scenarios in a way to stay one step ahead. Maybe sometimes we are 2 steps ahead, believe it or not. Yeah. So this scenario right here, we can fade with another lower high. Let me make this better. Another lower high before the big one. And if you guys are familiar with my work, my research, my methods, you know that right now I am looking for a possible scenario of a big red around September. If I am right about this, it matches perfectly with this scenario that we are talking about here. Okay, so this is one idea, one possible scenario. When we are making technical analysis, when we are working, we are always looking for multiple scenarios. That's how it works. Okay, we don't make like lines like this, and you know this is it. This happened before. That's how it moves. Yeah, no, 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 no. That's not how it works. Okay, there are multiple events and factors that influence especially price behavior. Okay, and the autumn is not one of those factors. This is a fact. Back in 2019, I called for the harvest. I was right, and people were laughing at me. Okay, so let's draw our line again. Just a second. Oops. Just a moment. Yeah. So this, folks, is a thing very, very significant for us to... Why this one is here? Yeah. So this is very, very significant, but it's so far it's not the key. That thing that we are looking for that is going to give us a better clue and to say this is it. It's moon time, show time. We are going to do it, and yeah. Instead of all that claptrap talk, you know, it's moon day after day. Yeah, that's not what we are looking here. That's not how we work. And oh, just a second, please. Volume doesn't work in the best way here. Okay, so it would be easier to understand this if we had the proper volume, but unfortunately we don't have. But this is also correlated with volume. And this also happens from the macro perspective all the way to the micro perspective, which means it happens in the 5 minutes, in the weekly, on the monthly, on the daily, on the 4 hours, etc. and etc. So we won't be able to see this behavior in price, especially because if we look at Bitstamp, we have a monster bullish divergence for XRP. Okay, I can't show it right now because I have my setup exposed, but I will make a new video and we will talk more about the volume, the divergence, the price behavior, and what is necessary for XRP to be beyond bullish. Okay, the scenarios that we are looking for. So guys, let's go for the daily just for a second. I want to take a closer look on this one right here because I believe it's going to be on the next days, if I'm not wrong. Oh, it happened already. Okay, so no problem. at all. And as you guys can see here in the small picture, remember we were looking at multiple years, right? And here we have the same kind of behavior. And this is the daily chart, okay? So which means, in other words, things happen on the daily chart faster than they happen on the weekly and on the monthly, okay? It's like a different measure. It's like time goes faster in lower time frames. So as you guys can see, the same kind of behavior, the same thing that we just talked about, the same thing we just studied. And let's go back to the weekly so you can have this fixed on your mind. Remember, we just saw it on the daily, right? And so, maybe some of you may be asking right now, or perhaps want to ask me, so how can you say this is not going to break bearish? Because there's a lot of people saying that XRP is going to 1 cent. You guys know. So there is a thing, two things here. That is, who is in charge and what is the trend? And now let's take a quick look at it. So if we look here, who is in charge? So we have what? We have higher low. Actually, not going for this one, but this one right here. Let's go wild. So we have our higher low compared with the previous one, and we have our higher high, right? Which was the same behavior we had around this level here, but on the left, on the early days. Our higher low and our high. You can check the price on the early days and you will understand it. And then we had our higher low, our higher high, right? And if this is or was the higher low for XRP, fantastic. As you guys can see, the bulls are still in control. So right next, what we will be looking for? New all-time highs, right? Yes. But again, folks, there are multiple ways for this to happen. It can happen in a moonshot. Yes, it can. Or it can go in a more mature way before the bull break. That's how market works, okay? And if we make a quick draw here, just try to follow me, please. This is going to be fast. I'm short in time today. So folks, what we have here is contraction before expansion. And there are multiple ways to look at this, okay? I'm not going to talk about all of them, but for now we are just going to talk about price itself. So for example here, and also for this too. So here we had expansion, and then we had contraction before what? Expansion. And then we had what? Contraction before expansion again. And doesn't matter how this is going to happen. It is going to happen because this is a bull market. The bulls are in control. I already showed to you many times. And fear not. XRP is not going back to 1 cent. Okay, this is opium talk. And if we look here, we can see the same thing. Actually, we don't have data back here, but the same behavior is true, okay? So let's start from this one here. Our previous high, 6 cents, high low, new all-time highs with slightly divergence here. We go for our higher low. And then we are going for a blast in volatility again, which is going to be the bull run. Yes, when people will be crazy, it's moon, and really moon. Yes, price will be soaring, blasting the roof, swinging the sky and whatever. And the media talking about it, the same thing. Okay? So folks, I believe this analysis was helpful in some way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for your time, thanks for your patience and your support as well. And please don't forget to smash the like button. You guys know this take a lot of effort to make the videos, post the videos, to upload the videos, the time we make to do this thing. Okay, so yeah, thanks again, and I will see you guys soon. See ya.